news, Robert Logan is returning to court to appeal his case. Proof that you can never keep a Logan down. Turning on the Eden Falls Christmas lights with special guests Maya Hirsch and Delilah Logan. Join us as we delve into Chapter 5, Connected with 1,000 Thoughts. As, unbeknownst to you, your friends prevented Robert Logan from being sprung from his prison convoy, Drake, you had returned home to surprising news. Your sister Lily was home, along with your father, back for the holidays. And better still, at least in his eyes, he had a job offer. He had been offered a position as a private pilot for the Logan family. And to welcome you all into the company, you were all invited to New York for New Year's Eve. Waking the next morning and still unsure what this meant, you headed into town to follow up a hunch, purchasing not one, but 2 Neurocasters. Headsets that purported to transport its wearers to the electric state, a virtual reality where digital avatars could wander and interact. And you took these to your cabin in the woods, and you tried one on. Inside, you were met with a place of perfect peace, your parents' old bedroom, before you encountered something else, your mother. Her features obscured by pixels as all of a sudden fire raged around you. Removing the device, you ran off to collect the others. Calling them around to your house, you all snuck into Drake's room, though not before Lily caught sight of you, Amelia. And Drake, you revealed an idea. If these Neurocasters allowed its wearers to interact in a virtual space, perhaps you all might be able to share the prophetic visions Amelia had been suffering from, and maybe even glean some more information about the future that's to come. And as you all sat there on the floor of Drake's bedroom, taking turns with the Neurocasters, Amelia shared with you all that she had seen. The empty doorframe she had found on the Logan estate, leftover technology from an adult Nico housing a tear in reality. The terrifying future she had seen when looking through it. An Eden Falls in ruins, giant robots towering over its remains. And the cause of the town's destruction. A dome of black energy exploding forth from the loop on New Year's Eve, wiping out the town. But as Darla, you placed on your Neurocaster and sat across from Drake, something happened. As you stood there in an idyllic memory with your father, Drake, you once again began to see smoke and fire. And this fire, it began to spread into your memory, Darla, into your electric state. As Drake, you convulsed on the floor, you were brought back only by Amelia's voice. As Darla, you watched your father disappear into flames before waking yourself. Sitting on the floor with the shadow of these memories lowering overhead, one by one, you began to leave. You would talk about this tomorrow, at school. But as you left, Amelia, you were struck by a new detail you had found in revisiting your vision of Eden Falls disappearing beneath a dome of darkness. On this New Year's Eve, as Eden Falls was torn apart by the oncoming calamity, someone else had been there, stood beside you. Your friend, Nico. It has been a long month since Halloween. The days have gotten colder, the nights more so. But as your friends have continued on at Jenkins High and gone about their days in Eden Falls, Gabe, what has Nico been up to for the last month?
Oh my gosh. A little bit of curiosity into the theorizing of robotics. A lot of focus on flight and motion, a little bit of thermodynamics, even some urban ecology. So it was diving into how like a physics summer program of the different fundamentals of working on a new level of science and focus on STEM, giving students and younger individuals a chance to involve themselves in STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and math fundamentals, with a couple experts from the area, including some from the Loop facility who had shown up to teach some of these practices and then go over almost internship kind of programs. And Nico has just been diving into it, especially because he wants to understood how energy can be housed, how the different materials organize each other, how someone can house what seemed to be supercharged lightning inside of what is a glass cylinder, and what the actual structure and design goes into that. Because there isn't just the idea of how do we harness it, but it's how do we harness something safely, is something that he really, really wanted to understand.
And whereabouts would this have taken place, do you think?
Probably about an hour and a half away, a bit out of town. So it's not a terribly far distance, but it's close enough that if his parents are oh, Nico, you gotta come home, but it's still far enough away that okay, at least if Eden Falls blows up, I'm probably not in the blast radius, which is mainly a joke, but also something kind of to actually consider.
And as you learn and as you study, can you make a general tech check for me, please?
How smart did you get?
You make Becca
See
roll.
this
one.
That's right. 'Cause I'm special.
Oh, thanks, Becca. Wow. Yes, I'm
Children,
not.
children, I
Nice.
love you all equally.
Ooh.
That's the problem. One success.
Hang on, I have to
One
give you
success.
your successes from past ones. Go ahead and go with this one. I gotta find it.
So, with one success, it is a lot.
Yeah.
Even for you, Nico. You are the most intelligent person that you know. Whether you see that or not, you are the most intelligent person that you know. And even with all of that intellect, the information you are being bombarded with every single day is supercharging the neurons in your brain. With one success, what is one thing? And mechanically, I will say this will give you an automatic success on one role of your choosing in the future. But what is one very specific thing that you have taken away from this, your month away from Jenkins High?
Focusing on how to make an unstable connection hold stability, even if temporarily. like the idea of a network connection between two audio intervals. If there's something that's interrupting it, figuring out how to negate that extra noise. Or if there is a electrical circuit where something is wrong, figuring out how to make sure the circuit is closed and then stays closed to at least continue the cycle for whatever the process is. Because of like how bad things went in the future, President Nico is trying to make sure that any of the work that he's involved in going forward, there's a stability in it where if something needs to get from A to B, it doesn't get caught in the middle.
Okay. So, taking to this aspect of your work, almost like a duck to water, you hyper-focus on this to the point where circuits become, as they were before, but even more so, second nature to you, and you're able to find a certain sense of stability in something that is inherently untamable and wild.
Yeah.
But eventually, after around a month, your time comes to a close. The holidays are coming. Christmas is 2 weeks away.
Oh my gosh.
And as you step on out into the fresh air, into the car park outside where you have been studying and spending most of your days away from the dorms, which you have stayed up night after night after night, reading and writing and programming and tinkering, you see a number of cars stood around, and stood in front of one of them, hands in his pockets and leaning against the family car, you see a very familiar figure, as your dad just stands there, looking out around these unfamiliar surroundings.
Just like happy trotting up. Oh, Dad, that was wild. That was wild. Okay, it's gonna be a weird sentence. Physics is freaking cool. And like the people who don't like physics, it's totally fine if they don't like it. But I think that people are like, oh my God, physics is dumb. Just never understood it, because fundamentally the things that we can do at our bodies are circuits. We have electrical impulses running through our bodies. Just like a machine. We're living machines.
I thought your mom should have picked you up. Okay, come on, get up.
No. The difference is you're not going to ask me questions. That's great.
Well, I want to know how it went, but I'm not necessarily going to
You're not going to
understand
quiz me on how much I learned.
There we go.
Yeah.
And he just like wraps his big arms around your shoulder and just like, so, have you missed home at least?
Kind of. I think I would have missed home more if I didn't know that I'd be able to go back. But when I know I have a place to go back to, I don't worry as much about going back because I know that I can at any time. You know?
Yeah. No, I know. I
mean, I missed you guys.
Well, I'm very pleased to hear it. I also, there's some Coke in the front for you, and
Yes.
he just gets into the car and starts it up. And
did Edenfalls blow up yet? It didn't blow up, right? Why did you sigh?
Well, and he starts the car up, and well, I warn you now, things have been pretty tense for your mom. And he sort of backs out the car park before setting off on the open road. Since the loop was broken into, Commander Decker has been all up her asses.
Yeah.
And the other day, I've been away. I've been in Los Angeles for a little while for work, but your mom called, and you might want to check in on your friends. Darla, her house blew up.
Huh?
Yeah, apparently faulty breaker unit. Her dad's okay. It's fine. They both are, but yeah, No, there were 2 consecutive explosions in the town. One was your sign. Well, yeah, like I say, I heard it secondhand through your mom, but
There were 2 houses blow up, and they said it was faulty wiring.
Apparently so. That's what they're saying.
Okay. Do you think that was faulty wiring?
I don't understand technology like you do, young man.
So, okay. Has anyone checked the wiring on our house?
Well, your mom has been thorough. Let's put it that way. She's yeah, not much room for slip-ups at the moment, especially as far as the job goes.
Yeah. Their houses blew up. When?
The other night, apparently.
What? It was recent?
Yeah. No, like Monday. So 2 days ago. Yeah. No, I know, but like I say, everyone seems to be okay.
Is there another physics camp?
And he just reaches across and just like squeezes your shoulder and look, it's
no dinosaurs, sure. Right? Like just explosions?
No dinosaurs, just good old-fashioned explosions.
Okay, I guess that's... Dad, it's weird that that's better.
I know. Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Christmas coming up. You got any plans? You want to do anything?
I don't know. Maybe like I don't know, Dad, I'm a weird kid. I was gonna say like, I don't know, try to make a makeshift like hydro collider, but what a thing, watch a movie?
Well, tell you
like
what,
those
how
claymation
about...
things that you and Mom like, those really old
well,
ones.
Look, there's nothing wrong with Rankin Bass. But how about I stick that on in the background, and you and your mom can do one of those Hadron Collider things.
Yes. You can help it. You can help us. You can help us paint it.
Do you paint the Hadron Colliders?
I don't know. Why not? If you don't, you should, right?
No. Well, yeah. No. Absolutely. What do I know, right?
A lot, apparently. People's houses blew up. Is Eden Falls a weird place to live?
Well, it's certainly more eventful than our last house. Yeah.
How's your work? Is
yeah.
Work going good?
Yeah, no, it's all good. I met with Lucas as well. I was in Los Angeles, and yeah, no, Temple's going okay. Just they need a couple more additional. They're working on this bridge scene at the moment. They just need a couple of things comped out. But yeah, no, it's all good. It should be fine. A little problematic, but it's okay. Should be fine. I reckon it'll play well.
Is it like a redemption story of a sad white guy or something?
Yeah, it also seems like Lucas and Spielberg are working stuff out. So
cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Dad, that you just name drop 2 major people. I read the news.
Well, you know, how else am I gonna keep cool in my son's eyes, you know?
You keep cool. You were the coolest people I know. I was like, Dad, I'm scared. And you're like, baseball bat.
Yeah, I guess I was.
Yeah. Nah, you're pretty cool. I have cool parents. Look, if people don't have cool parents, sucks to be them. But that's not me. Do you want to be an actor? Do you want to be famous?
No. I'm very, very, very happy just adding post-production. It works for me.
Did you watch a lot of romantic movies, and that's why you know how to make Mom fall in love with you?
Man, I just knew. I didn't need any romantic movies to tell me I love your mom. She loved me.
Oh.
Easy.
Gross.
You know it, young man.
Yeah.
And as you can...
He was just gonna keep talking about. So nobody else's house blew up, right? I don't think that's settled in his brain that like 2 people's houses just blew up. And my dad was like, "Hey, welcome back. So we're going home There were 2 explosions. Nobody got hurt, but also, like, huh? And we're going there.
And as he's trying to assuage you. Yeah, no, it's fine. Everyone's fine. And he informs you that while both properties are now gone, Darla, from the sounds of it, is going to be staying at a friend's house. Her father is still in hospital, but well. And the Sparrows, your science teacher, her husband, and children have also left Eden Falls. But as you drive along the road and you enter the town, you see a number of familiar sights. You see in the distance your water tower containing the Hawk Cave. You see the far-off trees of Eden Forest. You see suburban streets passing by. You see Christmas decorations up throughout the town. You see trees, you see lights, you see snowmen, you see reindeer. And as you drive, you see your regular path home from out of town is diverted briefly. As Nico, you see the burnt out remains of what you can only assume to be one of the houses in the middle of a suburban street. And you can see that the road all around it is cordoned off, and there are a number of vans stood around, likely forensic in nature. And it is not a home that you recognize. It is one you have passed, but you can only assume from what your father has said that this is the Sparrow residence. As your dad just sort of backs out a bit and, okay, well, we'll have to take the long way. And just driving round, you find yourself moving through the center of town, as you almost have to double back on yourself in a strange U shape. And as you drive through the center of Eden Falls, you pass shops, you pass businesses, you pass the town hall, and you find yourself at one point having to drive along the coastline as well, past the amusement pier. And you can see also a number of docks and what look to be a sort of where most of the incoming shipments and where essentially the industrial park is. You can see a number of large waistcoats and waistcoats. Sorry, a number of people wearing waistcoats, and you could also see warehouses as well. In numerous warehouses all together. You can see that there are forklifts, you can see that there are trucks, but of particular note, you can see one warehouse, corrugated iron exterior, and the faded words Logan Industries on its front. And outside you see parked a very large truck, the yellow container of which displays a button-nosed boy with a black quiff of hair and the words Howdy Electronics on its side. And you can see a number of boxes being taken out of its back, all of which look to contain a fairly new device that you haven't seen for yourself, but you've definitely heard of over the last month. It has been a particularly popular item in shops in the run-up to Christmas. You see Neurocasters being brought out and out and out of this large van and being taken into this large corrugated iron warehouse as you pass by. And eventually you drive back into town, making your way back through the dense town centre until eventually finding yourself in the suburban streets that you are familiar with. And as you pull up to your house, you can see that in your driveway, parked outside, not only do you see your mother's car, but you also see an army green van with the acronym ARPA across its side.
Okay. That's weird.
Yeah, he's been around a lot recently.
Want me to give him the 1-2?
How about 1-2 from you, 1-2 from me,
Yeah.
1-2 from your mom?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. A 6-piece? Let's go.
That's what I'm thinking. And
it's good to be home, even though things just explode.
He just squeezes your shoulder and sort of moving around the back to help you with your luggage. Nico, what are you doing as you approach your house?
Checking underneath the green car to see if it's got a tracker or some weird stuff on it.
Ooh, okay. Make an investigate check for me.
Zero successes.
0 successes. You sort of bend down, and your dad just looks down at you and is like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Make a body check for me.
Zero successes.
Okay, come on. And he reaches down and picks you up. And as he does so, and as you make your way towards the house, as the door to your house opens, Nico, having found no tracker of any kind underneath the green army van, and stepping into the very familiar surroundings of your home, you see a familiar figure. In fact, you see two. Although one feels much more at home in this space. You see, sat on opposite sides of the kitchen table, your mother, who immediately looking up at you, you see her eyes just gleam with pride and with joy. Her expression, however, is rather more serious, and you see that this is likely due to the person on the other side of the table. Large, prominent jaw, and wearing a fairly heavy army green coat, you can see Commander Decker, the head of security of the Loop, just sat there with a cup of coffee in front of him. Nico, hi. And she just walks towards you, ignoring the man in the room.
Yeah. Hey, Mom. Camp
Hey,
was
sweetie.
incredible. Learned so many things. So many things Dad did not understand at all on the way home. And that was kind of the fun of it.
You had a good time then?
Yeah. I learned so much.
Good. And as she's answering, you just see a hand on her shoulder, and she bristles a little bit, and you see Commander Decker just step forward and holding out his hand. When I heard you were coming back, I thought I might join the welcoming committee.
Thank you, sir. It's good to see you. And I salute.
Right back at you, kiddo. So, I don't want to keep you too long, but, Meredith, you mind if I have a word with, your kid in private? I think that's up to Nico.
It depends on what it is, sir. Because there are some things that a guardian and adult should be around for. And if you're not telling me what it is, I have no way to make that safe and reassuring assumption.
Well, I was thinking I could talk to you about what transpired around Halloween time.
Oh. Okay. We can talk about that privately. Because there's some things that my parents don't know. That way I could keep them in plausible deniability.
Your mum just kind of shakes her head a little bit and just bending down and just kissing you on the forehead. Just, we'll be in the other room, okay?
Is any of this potentially to be used in the court of law?
No, just a friendly chat, the two of us.
Off the record?
Off the record.
Cool. Spoken word contracts are legally binding in Eden Falls.
Decker just sort of nods a little bit, and looking at your mum just glances between the two of you and, taking your father's hand, just heads off into the next door room. And the door closes.
Hell yeah.
So, I understand you've been science camp?
Yeah, I wanted to understand how hadron colliders would work. I wanted to understand about how to retain stability on unstable substances and to avoid any potential leaks when something gets a hole in it.
This wouldn't have anything to do with you and your partner in crime sneaking into the loop back in October, would it?
Partner in crime implies that a crime happened, sir, and it would do a lot with the loop because my mother works at the loop and I'm simply a child prodigy. Uh-huh. Don't talk to me like I'm stupid. You asked for this private conversation, sir. I'm not going to pretend you don't know.
Luckily for you, due to whatever was happening down in the loop, all the electricity and therefore all of the cameras went bust during your little escapade. So as far as I'm concerned, like you say, no crime committed.
That's wonderful. Permission to speak freely, sir?
Permission granted.
The way that you speak as if this was solely a favor did for me seems unreasonable, considering myself and my companions were largely responsible for a dimensional rift that was caused by your facility to not tear this city apart. I'm not seeking credit, but saying it the little crime that me and my friends committed, that doesn't seem like an acknowledgement of a universal front, which I thought that's what the army was about.
Well, that acknowledgement is one of the reasons why this isn't going any further. You and your friends did a lot of good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I trust that's the end of it.
I legitimately just got back from camp.
I just want you to promise that even with your newfound appreciation of the sciences, that you will not go out of your way to try and play the hero again.
Would you like me to give you an honest response?
I'm expecting a frank one.
I will be more frank and sincere and trust you as you continue to prove that you are someone to be trusted. So I don't need to be the hero, but if I can trust you to be one, then if something goes wrong, like people's house is exploding, and I learn about it, I'm more likely to come to you directly.
Make a contact check for me,
Okay.
or charm, whichever you would rather.
Oh, God. Oh, dude. Everything is bad. I'm gonna do charm. Do I have anything? Hold on. I gotta look at things. I have blesses.
It's just
Okay.
like, yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm gonna spend 5 blesses to turn that into 2 successes.
You see him just nod a little bit. And underneath his very stony exterior, you can see what you imagine is a form of admiration as he looks at you and... All right.
I will do whatever it takes to keep my parents out of trouble, and regardless of anything my mom says, we have made a promise not to hide anything from each other. And I then think it speaks volumes that if my mother trusts you, then I can trust you.
Well, I do trust your mother. So...
Also,
he reaches out a hand.
I hated everything that happened. That whole experience was horrible. I met a man who wasn't from this world, and he was sad and miserable, and he tried to shoot a man. It was weird. And there were dinosaurs, and I think I almost met Amelia Earhart. This town is weird.
He sort of looks half confused by half the things you say and understands the rest very, very well. And he nods, and truth be told, I don't fully appreciate everything that I am in charge of maintaining. But And he reaches a hand across the table. We're understood.
To be honest, the reason I went to Fidget's camp because I wanted to be able to fundamentally do what you and my mother do if the need comes in the far future.
I don't do what your mother does. I protect what your mother does.
That's why I said I need to be able to do what you and my mom do.
Then I'll do my best to look out for you too.
This is a weird question. If something comes up, I'll make sure my mom tells you.
Noted. Well, thank you for your time. I'll leave you to get settled. I have a friend to go visit. And he stands, and you just see him hesitate for a moment. Why did you mention the explosions? You think there's something odd?
Faulty wiring once is a coincidence. Faulty wiring twice is suspicious. And those two people, the Sparrows helped us. They, Amadi kept someone from getting shot. And I don't feel like someone was happy about that. The Logans, this is not saying that they were responsible. The Logans were why someone who shouldn't have been here was here in the first place.
Can you make a lead check for me, please?
Oh no! Yeah. Oh, I'm good at that. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 more blesses to make that a success. And now I'm out.
With one success, he just... he takes in what you're saying. And your talk of the Logans, you sense doesn't quite land with him in the way that your previous conversation and promise to be transparent with one another.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't quite seem to connect with you on the same level. He nods nevertheless, humoring you, you sense, and he just... Well, we'll look into it. Enjoy home. And if I don't see you beforehand, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Does he have a great beard at all?
He is very clean shaven. It's a very prominent jawline. He kind of looks like one of the Easter Island heads.
I picture him as Santa in my head.
He, unknowing this, sort of knocks on the door where your parents are and, Meredith, see you at work. And he just heads on out as the door opens and your mother and your dad step out and, Hey, Commander. And as the door shuts, almost immediately she turns to you and, so, tell me all about science camp. How did it go?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, number one, I was starting to understand a little bit more about how, like, the notions of glass, and then if you line them with different materials, it makes them much more or less conductive. And that is how people can make, like, electrical impulses flying through. But also then the ability of, like, cycling it around. It's like the idea of getting kinetic energy started, because if the kinetic energy is flowing in a consistent motion and then you seal it off after you've projected it into it, it'll be a continuously flowing cycle, which is kind of how the loop, I think, is functioning. So if we figure out how to be able to, yeah.
And she is just nodding and nodding and nodding along, and your dad just kind of, I'll make coffee. And
Yes,
just
it's like those water things where someone has a well and then water shoots out and it goes down and it cycles the water.
That's not a frame of reference I understand, kiddo. And you can hear the kettle just beginning to boil, and your mum just leaning forward, just engaging with you in the rest of you. You have woken to a new school day. The previous night with Drake still heavy in your minds, but Amelia, how does your day begin?
Extra early because she still doesn't have a bicycle. So, and she's not going to get a new one anytime soon. So, she wakes up incredibly early, just wretched, eyes barely open as she wanders around her room, gets dressed enough, doesn't even bother to tie her shoes very well, drags herself down. And of course, June is already awake. She's excited, eager in it, but Amelia just almost completely unaware just walks past, not even picking up her backpack, normally slinging it over her shoulder, just dragging it down the stairs, clunk, 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 as she just forces her way outside where she begins wrapping up each and every single of those newspapers.
I will say, as you're making your way downstairs, and as June just down the stairs past you and out into the street, can you make a comprehend check for me, please?
Yes. With the sleepy head, let's see what we come up with. Here it is. 2 successes.
So you would hear from the other room
Yes.
where your landline sits. From your mother's office, you just hear in hushed tones, but yes, sorry, Dr. Marshall, I just, it bounced. All right, well, no, not to worry, I'll get in touch with our bank tomorrow, and, yes, no, I understand. If I get things sorted with the bank, will I still be able to? I don't know if we can have her miss a rehabilitation appointment. I really don't, Dr. Marshall. Yes. No, it's fine. I'll have things sorted by the end of the week. I'll get in touch with. Thank you for being so understanding. And you just hear the landline just hang up.
Mom?
Yes. Hi. I'm sorry, I haven't made you any lunch at all. Let me just quickly grab you something. And she heads into the kitchen. No, you're okay. You're all right. I noticed you don't have a bike at the moment. Are you? Do you need us to get you a new one? We can.
No.
We can...
I'm sure it's somewhere around on the school somewhere.
Okay. Good.
I'll find it or something. And do we need to have a talk?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm tired, and I know what I heard, and so I'm sorry. What was it? How much?
More than we can afford.
Just.
It's okay. We'll find a way. I'll get an advance for this month, and
Is it like a month of work or more? More.
Much more. But, and she looks out of the window, and you see June just excitedly wrapping newspapers and jumping around and just breathing out this dragon breath in the cold morning air. It is worth it, though. So we mustn't complain, and we muddle on through, always.
Right. I'll see if I can pick up another few streets or something.
Darling, it's okay. It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It'll work out for me anyway.
Oh, darling, darling.
I'm sorry.
And she just hands over a small brown paper bag, and there, for you and June.
I can help you now.
I know you can, and you do so much. I can't tell you how much she appreciates these early mornings with you. She's missed it a lot. So
I mean, I love spending time with her, but I'd rather do it at a different hour rather than What is it again? I don't even look at the clock anymore when I wake up.
Well, you'll be on holiday in a little over 3 days, so, we can take a break then. All of us as a family, we can just relax, enjoy the holidays, and then it's a new year.
Is it that soon?
Now, go on. Like you say, there are streets to service.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay. I love you very much. I love you very much, darling.
She gives her an open yawn kiss as she walks out the door, trying not to spread it one more time. I hope you got most of those folded already. 'Cause I'm tired.
Yes,
and
I have a few, and I mean, my bike's a little bit small for you, but if you wanted, you could.
No. You hop on the bike. You can help me. I'll carry all of them. So you go on ahead. Just stay within sight, and you throw them out. And when you run out of room in your basket, you come back to me, and I'll give you more of them. Okay?
Okay. And she just gets on her bike and immediately just begins to
Just
pedal
start with
away
those
from you.
right in this area. I'm going to finish up the rest of these and find a wheelbarrow or something. I can't carry these. As she starts trying to remember where her dad put his latest little gardening tools that she might commandeer to start wheeling around this lug of newspapers.
You're able to find a fairly traditional sort of green plastic wheelbarrow just next to the shed, and to be fair, it carries most of the newspapers that you're required to deliver as you just trundle along the street, your sister occasionally looping back to grab newspapers off you. The air is cold, and as your sister cycles, you see just her joy, this newfound lust for life as she cycles up and down the street, up and down, up and down. Every so often just wheeling past you, laughing, grabbing another stack of papers before moving off and throwing them to either side. The sun begins to rise. And as it does so, and as you make your way through familiar streets, you can see that as you ride past, or as you walk rather, past a house that you are familiar with, Nico's, you can see that there is a green army van just driving away. And as you walk past and you see your sister just throw a newspaper out towards it as it against the door and down onto the patio out front. As you continue walking along, you see the door open, and you see Meredith, very familiar sight, just wave out to you. And through the door, through the crack in this door, you see sitting at the kitchen table a figure that you have not seen in near to a month now. Nico sits inside.
In her very slow mind, she just waves, looks, nods, and then continues walking until freezing and then realizing that it's Nico, flips her head around and... Wait! Nico!
Will I hear her?
With that volume just echoing through the very quiet morning, I imagine so.
Hi, Amelia.
Back!
Yeah.
Oh, and she looks at the wheelbarrow, a little exhausted to bring it over. She just leaves it at the side of the road where she'd been walking along.
Why do you have a wheelbarrow?
It does. Do you see that it's filled? Do you think I just walk around with a wheelbarrow now? That's not my new thing, you know.
You have a new thing?
No, it's not. Well, it's not. It's not that. If I did have a new thing, it's not going to be. Oh, look, there's Amelia in her wheelbarrow again. That's not. No, don't start that.
Don't start that. You're walking down the street with the wheelbarrow.
Temporary thing. Obviously, I have a lot of newspapers to deliver. It's practical. You have to agree.
Do I have to?
I knew it. It's fine. I'm just glad you're back. And she runs up to give you a hug. I assume you've at least stepped outside your house.
Yeah, 100%. He's probably a little shocked. Hi. Are you a hugger now?
Oh god. Yes.
Cool.
After all I've seen, you have no idea. Oh, I have to show you something, but not like this. Do you have, we're gonna use the special eye thing. The what's
Glasses?
that weird? Yes, not no. It's not the glasses. It's the weird tech. Oh, what is it called? Drake got 2 of them, which I have no idea.
Contacts?
Again, no, not contacts. It's the weird thing that everyone's walking around, and she flips open her notes as I'm also flipping through my notes trying to find the name of it.
A Walkman?
It's not. It's a thing that goes over the face. And I realize that I write a lot of things in paragraphs instead of individual lines, so it all blurs together.
Helmets.
Neurocaster.
A neurocaster.
Oh.
That weird new tech thing. They just recently came out, and everyone's been wearing them, and you can share memories through it. I just realized I'm very loud. She looks over at the neighboring windows.
You also see Nico's mum, having retreated to give you 2 space, is just kind of looking over and frowning a little bit. But you can see that she is currently making up a thermos as she just comes over and reaching over Nico's head, just hands it over to you, Amelia, just nods and steps back again and back into the kitchen.
There's the neurocasters, and you put it over your head, and you can see things. It plugs into your mind, and so I can plug it in, and then I can share things that I've seen with the rest of you all. Nico, and she's gonna try to motion that you should get down to her level since you're typically taller than her.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that you trust your family and all, but I think this should be a secret because I've seen things.
Wait, which part is the secret? Like your memories, or the fact that people can put on a helmet that they connect to their brain and think is safe, and then they share memories?
That's just sold at the store. That part's normal, apparently.
Okay, but you know what? You're right. I'll continue.
Yes. But oh, this is going to sound really strange. I can see into the future. I saw something. I saw actually many things of the future.
Why?
And she just stares at you for a second, stumped that you asked why instead of what.
I met myself in a parallel reality, and then a friend that I'd never made in a parallel reality who tried to shoot someone we know, and then a hole appeared in the city and 2 people's homes have blown up. So maybe you can see into the future. That's fine. I went to a physics camp for a week, and now you're sharing memories through a thing that is sold that I'm pretty sure is not FDA regulated.
Probably
so
not.
80s is a weird time. Why can you see into the future is my question.
Just grab your backpack and I'll tell you on the way to school. I have to get the rest of these out.
Okay.
I don't, then they dock the pay.
Okay. Can you see into the future all the time?
No, it's not on command as she guides you back to the wheelbarrow. You can grab one side of the wheelbarrow if you'd like, as she clearly only grabs one, hoping that you'll help out.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Whatever. Actually, did your future sight tell you I was going to help you?
This isn't a joke. And she's going to kind of smack you a little bit on the
Ugh.
side of your arm. This is serious. No, Nico, and it's happening very soon. I saw a future, and not just like future, like your future 30 years down the road. I saw one that happens at New Year's.
People die.
Yes. Have you had that too?
I hate this damn place. He grabs the other side.
It isn't just dead. I saw it. It was like everything was so quiet, but you were there somehow. I don't know even how. Nobody else is ever in the visions except for you, and you happen to be by my side. But it's absolutely devastated. And then over by the loop, it becomes like this giant black dome that keeps getting larger and larger. And then like this almost anti-gravitational field begins to pull things up. And then there's these giant metal spikes that stab into the ground, and it just destroys everything. It's ominous. It's awful. And it's going to happen in just within soon. I mean, I'm worried that school's about to end. I didn't even realize that we only have 3 days left. And I don't even think I finished my book report as of late. But on top of it, now I have to worry about the world ending.
He hugs her. You're weird, but I missed you.
We really needed you. I know you had camp. Did you learn a lot, at least?
I did.
That's good.
I said this kind of thing to my parents. If you need me, you just gotta tell me. If you need me, I'm there.
I need you, Nico. I've been using the hawk cave, by the way. I hope it's okay.
Okay, interesting.
Well, I needed a place to go. We all needed a place to go.
You have a house.
Yeah, I have a house, but I have a house with people who listen. And I don't have the same relationship with your parents. Right? They don't always tell me things. I have to ask. It's not very forthcoming.
Okay.
So,
Amelia, are you okay?
Oh! She looks at you almost like the photo, like her eyebrows are going in all sorts of directions as she tries to process, like, am I okay?
Yeah.
No, not at all. Listen. Oh, I didn't even tell you the half of it. I can tell you. Oh, I got a letter. In the
Oh my
mail.
God.
Well, no, okay, that's not. Don't you keep that little sarcastic. You're going to regret that. You just put that in an envelope. You seal it, and then you're gonna open it later, and you're gonna feel really bad about it.
Like your envelope?
No, okay, well, yes, okay. It's picking up from the same story. Obviously, I'm better at reading stories than telling one, but I need you to listen to this for me really quickly because I got a letter, and it's not something I even applied for, but apparently I've got an invitation to go to Yale for the holidays.
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Why? You're a genius.
About?
You're a genius.
Thank you. I know. I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. I'm not Yale smart, and I'm certainly not privy to a private invitation. I don't have the money for that, and yet somehow they're offering this essential scholarship for me to come and visit for what touring that that's special. That comes with special privileges, and I don't trust it. None of it's good. So there's that, and I've been having the visions, and we've been having class, and I'm a little bit behind on my work, and also Delilah's been acting weird. Actually, the whole family is acting weird. I don't even know what to make of it at this point. The Logans in general, the eldest Logan, that patriarch, not matriarch, oh God. Now I'm really losing it. That old fart, first of all, came to visit me, and he offered me anything, like help, but I don't trust it. And also, oh, this'll get you. This is it. Kind of seeing that you're a bit unfazed by most of this and just accepting that this is what's been happening. Here, you remember when your future self built some stuff in the Logan's barn?
Yeah.
They didn't get rid of it. Right? Yeah? Oh, come on, I thought you'd have a bigger reaction to that. The rest of them are all freaking out. They added to it even. Not only did they not get rid of future Nico's, all of his research and all of his tech and everything, they added to it and they made a door to the future.
I may not have... Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
I'm not saying interesting for the reasons that you're saying, yes. Did this never come up?
What do you mean ever come out? Like right now, no, because
No. Like the fact that future Nico was building stuff in the garage and...
I mean, the Logans know that, obviously, because they had the deal with him. Okay,
So future Nico had to deal with the Logans, right?
Yes. Right.
And then the Logans
Yes.
built onto the stuff that he made?
Yes. Of sorts.
And
At least that's what it looked like. I didn't remember a door being there. Do you remember a door?
oh, there wasn't one.
Right? So there's a door now, and it captures, and I saw that future. Not only have I seen it in my mind, but I've seen it with my eyes now.
And Amelia,
Yes.
did we ever know what the stipulations of their deal was?
Technically, no.
And if future Nico was building a doorway pathway to the future, and the Logans were okay with that,
But it wasn't really supposed to be. No, but he's gone now. Why would they need the door anymore?
why would they let him build it if they didn't want it?
But the door wasn't there to begin with, was it?
No,
I didn't
but
remember seeing that before. So that means without future Nico, they built the door part.
they only needed him to build the first half, probably.
You're handling this much better than I did. I'm glad you're here. Maybe you.
We
can actually
almost died last time.
Well, it looks like we're all going to die, family included, next time. And
Amelia,
by
you're not-
next
you're
time, I
not-
mean right after Christmas,
You're not
essentially.
going to die.
Well, it feels like it because I keep getting all these visions, and I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what the giant black thing. It's a black dome. I don't know how else to describe it. Just a big dome of blackness that's terrifying, and it kind of feels like it's got this energy aspect to it, and it's horrifying. But I
Amelia,
don't even know where that comes from. Yes, I'm ranting today.
you deserve good things. If you want to go to Yale, you should be able to just go to Yale. It can just be a good thing. Everything else can feel like it's falling apart, but you can just deserve good things. You don't think that you think there has to be there is something wrong with it. But Amelia, someone thinks that you deserve to go to Yale. And the difference is most of us think that, but someone thinks that you can do it and wants to help make it happen. And maybe there is nefarious purposes for it, but you find out by going. You're smart. And you're not just like intelligent smart. You're adaptive smart. You are a library in the sense that a library isn't just a place to learn. A library is a place to be comfortable, and it makes you better.
She takes a moment to process this, and you kind of see her spine straighten a little bit and her chin lift up. I am adaptable, aren't I?
You can see the future. And it might be scary because you think about what happens next.
It is scary, though.
But it also makes you a superhero.
Is it a superhero if I can't do anything to stop it, though?
You're still trying, aren't you?
Well, I'm kind of stuck at the vision part. I don't.
Are you just letting it happen?
I don't know how to stop it.
Are you trying to stop it?
I'd like to. That's what I'm kind of hoping to pull you in for, because I can't think of what to do to stop it besides me trying to invade the loop. And even at that point, I don't even know where to go from there. Can you imagine me just walking in? Let me in. I mean, I know I can do a lot of things. I have a feeling they'd say no. Yeah, but last time we kind of snuck in.
Yeah.
And somebody got shot.
Write everything down, and we'll figure it out.
Right. I can do that. Actually, I'll do that better if you continue pushing the wheelbarrow, and then I'll just pull out my little notepad here in my backpack, and I'll write it all down.
Did you only want me back because you wanted me to do physical labor?
Absolutely not. But while you're here, right, as you mentioned, we can do multiple things at once. I can focus and be appreciative of my Yale capabilities and also concerned with future, and you can help think things through while also pushing a wheelbarrow.
Did I look the same in your future vision?
I'd like to try to remember. How did Nico feel pretty standard still? Like, from what I remember?
Make a comprehend check for me.
She's gonna pause from walking as she tries to reflect just back on that one scene. One success.
0 success. Everybody got a curse.
No!
So now you have to combat that curse. So that's a 0 right now.
All right, I'll take my curse. Dead. No, that's dramatic. 0 successes.
Hard to tell, honestly. All of your visions have been intensely confusing. They have been overwhelming, and ascertaining as much detail as you have has honestly been incredible in of itself. But yeah, nothing insofar as Nico goes.
You know, I just kind of remember feeling your presence there. I was kind of more paying attention to, you know, the giant robotic legs that was stabbing into the ground and towering over the entire city. Like literally towering. There's nothing in the size of this town that even compares to the size of this creature.
Well, then one part of your future vision is going to happen no matter what.
What's that?
I'll be there.
But Yale takes me away that time of the year. They want me to come for the holidays, which means then I won't be here in Eden Falls when all the bad things happen. And if you don't come with me, then you won't be by my side.
If you need me to be, I'll be there. It
Do you
might
want to
not
go
be
to
right
Yale
away.
with me? I wonder if I could bring friends. Could I bring the whole town?
We could probably visit, but just like, if you're worried and you think that you'll be safe there, go there. We figured it out last time, and we're all still alive, and we're all still here.
For now.
We're a weird group of kids, but I don't know. I spent a lot of time over the last couple months not knowing what it's like to be with people who would do anything.
Right.
And we can do anything. We were 4 kids and we saved the city. We saved the town. We saved the state, maybe. So
Pretty much. All right.
you decide. If you want to go to Yale, go to Yale. Because you're allowed to just have good things. And we're not gonna let anything happen. You kept things together while I was gone, right?
I don't know where I put your walkie-talkies, so I kept most of it together, but I did lose that. I hope that's okay.
Are you
It's
okay?
somewhere. I mean, I feel, besides mentally overwhelmed and stressed and drained and not sleeping very well, yeah, I guess.
Then it's okay.
I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, me too.
You can definitely carry the rest of the wheelbarrow.
Okay, that's not how you ask.
As you walk off, continuing this paper run, Drake. I guess my first question is, did you sleep last night?
There's very little chance that Drake got any sleep. He likely went to bed and wanted to sleep, but every time he'd close his eyes, he would just see the same things he saw. And even though he got a bit of resolution and comfort from Amelia, I don't think he'd be able to stop thinking. So, rolling around in bed all night, sun comes up, and just screw it. No sleep. All right.
Can you mark yourself as exhausted?
Perfect.
As you wake, you hear the sound of frying from the other room. You smell bacon wafting through. It is strange the last couple of days having woken to activity in the house. Still fairly alien, honestly, but you can hear voices in the other room. You can hear Lily, your sister, and your father just talking and laughing. The space is their own.
I stand in my door for a second and just appreciate the sounds. And then after I get dressed and go to the bathroom real quick, kind of sneak in, wash my face so I don't look like I've been up all night. Get rid of the tear streaks that I had on my face. Brush my hair. Come out. You guys are up early?
Yeah, you are not. Did you have a late night last night?
Yeah, it was oh no, no, I went to bed kind of early. I just is exhausted, you know.
Yeah, no.
Finals and everything.
Late night studying will do that. And your dad just puts a plate down on the table, and there we go.
Oh, thank you.
So, you weren't around to decorate the tree last night, so we decided not to go ahead. But if you're free tonight,
Yeah. Sorry, last night I got held up on a few different things. But tonight, yeah, definitely.
Oh, by the way, kiddo, this was dropped off for you yesterday, and he just puts out an envelope and puts it down on the table, and you see that it's plain. It just says Drake on it. Nothing else. Just Drake.
Do you know who dropped it off?
No, it was just through the letterbox when we came in.
Hmm.
Do you recognize the writing?
Do I?
Make a
Investigate.
comprehend check.
Okay.
Or investigate, whichever you'd rather.
That is a 0. I do not recognize it.
You do not. No.
No, I have no idea. Yeah, I guess I'll check it out later.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you go.
I was just gonna talk to Lily about something, but what's up with you? What are you doing today?
Well, I have a remarkably open stretch of time to do absolutely nothing with, which is
It's a first.
lovely. Yeah, no, it is. It is. But have you had any more thoughts about the offer of New York?
Oh, yeah, I tried talking to my friend yesterday about what our plans were and if we were gonna stick to them. I haven't got a concrete decision yet, so I think she and I still need to talk about it a little bit more.
Okay, well, no rush. I just need to let them know.
Yeah,
ideally before Christmas.
If anything, you and Lily should definitely get out of town. You know, for New Year's, not forever. I mean, you know, I like you guys being here, but maybe for New Year's, it'd be cool to you guys if you guys go, even if I don't make it out there.
Okay, well, whatever you want to do, that's absolutely fine. Anyway, there's more on the side. I am going to take a shower, but let me have a great day at school. And he just comes around and kisses the both of you on the forehead and just squeezes you both in. And so good to be back.
It's good to have you. This food is great. Thank you so much.
So you had a nice time last night?
It was a time. I don't know how nice it was, but I bought a couple Neurocasters. That's what we were doing last night.
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen a couple of those around campus. Yeah.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, when I used it, I saw Mom. And so I don't know. It's ridiculously real. Like smells, touch, sounds, taste, everything it feels real. But my memories of mom are, I don't know, I was too young. So if you wanted to use it to see her, you probably could. And maybe have a better time with it than I did. I just wanted to offer that to you. But if you don't, I understand, because of how real it is. It's a little scary.
She just reaches over to one of her bags. She still hasn't properly unpacked yet, and sort of rifling through it, she brings out a small purse, and just as she does so, she brings out what looks to be a small folded up piece of paper, and she hands it over to you. And that was the last it's the last photo we all had together before. But I've always really liked that one. You are kind of squinting because of the sun, but yeah, Mum looks. It's how I remember her. So you should have that.
I can't take that from you.
Yeah, you can. But it's etched. And hey, I want it back. I can just let you know. But are you okay? Are you? Oh.
No, well, like I said, it was a lot. Yeah, the way the tech works, I guess, is draws on your memories, right? And so I guess you can imagine what my memory would have been.
Yeah.
And so went from nice to Nightmare on Elm Street really fast. But no, I'm okay. The main thing is I helped my friends and we got what we needed out of it, so it's all good.
Yeah, but you know, looking out for your friends doesn't mean you can't look out for yourself as well, you know.
Sometimes they're the same thing.
She just reaches out and pushes your hair behind your ear, and it is really nice being back with you and Dad, but yeah, it still feels there's still a hole, you know.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, I definitely know.
Aren't those things like crazy expensive?
Yeah, so yeah.
So why are you buying them? I thought you were saving up for a bike.
I was really looking forward to it, but my friend Amelia, the one you kind of met last night.
Mm-hmm. Kind of. Yeah.
She was going through a really rough patch, and she had all these things in her head that she just couldn't express. So I figured this would be a way to help her. And yeah, it's fine. I can just save up again next year. I'll just take some more classes to teach.
How much did it cost? How much did it cost? I've got my student loan.
No, I can't.
No. I do. I've got my student loan. I only spend it on books anyway, and you know.
It's fine. Books are important. You need your books. You got to get your PhD, so don't worry about it.
Books are also cheaper than a Neurocaster, so
they are. But maybe I can resell it. You know, I can get some of that money back when this is all over. I'm sure there's like pawn shops or something I can take it to.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
nice thing about being the older sibling, I don't have to go to school in the morning. But, and she points at the clock. Someone's late.
Yeah. Hey, fine. I guess I'll go. Hold on, I'm gonna grab one more real quick.
And as you grab food and head off, are you where are you headed?
I will actually go to school today
Okay.
because I'm hoping everyone else is going to school today, and I'll just do my normal. I'll probably do a light jog towards school because I'm just dead. Instead of my normal running to school.
Actually, first, Darla. It was a long night, and you have no home now. So where do you wake?
I would assume after they as in Artie and Darla had eventually made it back to his house, his parents would have already set up any of their spare linen in one of their guest rooms so that it was just available for her. But I don't think that she would stay there the entire night. Being so restless and tossing and turning, not being able to gather as much sleep initially as she felt exhausted, she would wake up and just that realization of I'm not where I'm comfortable. Even if it's not in a place of danger, it's still not what she's been comfortable with. And playing it over and over, the conversation she had with Artie outside in the woods next to Matson, it would just cause a deep concern for her to have her father alone in the hospital. And so she would have left Artie's, whether it be just like crack of dawn or even earlier than that, to go to the hospital and sit in her dad's room, probably curl up in a chair that's against the wall, but just to be close to what is familiar.
You are next to him as the sun begins to rise. Long orange light stretching through the blinds of the window of the once shared room, now solely occupied by your father. And as you hear people pass in the corridor outside, and as you hear doctors and patients alike, you just hear a knock at the door and a familiar voice as Commander Decker just pops his head round the corner. I've also noticed that we have hit a supernatural. So
Yeah.
give me a moment.
No,
But
we can skip it.
as he pops round the corner, you see that he is holding not just one, but two paper cups. Don't suppose you drink coffee?
Sorry, did you say paper cups?
Yes.
Okay. Because I heard cuts, and I was like, that doesn't make sense.
I'm a
not
military
sharing-
man! Don't do that.
Excuse me, sir, this is dangerous. You should not share blood. Like that.
We got very violent.
Yeah. Sorry, paper cups.
Paper cups, yeah.
Hearing him come in. And since I said that she was curled up in one of these chairs, one of the very uncomfortable wooden hospital chairs with the plasticky kind of cushion on top of it that's probably got some tears in it from overuse and wear. And having both of her feet, shoes on the chair, and then her elbows stacked on top of her knees and her head that was down in her arms, she would lift her head and, yeah, I like it black.
Me too. He just holds one towards you.
And fully lifting her head out now, she would scoot down one of her legs and just reach out and grab this cup. Thanks.
How's your old man doing?
Well, you can see he's sleeping.
I came as soon as I heard, right after a quick stop off with a friend of yours, actually, back in town.
Who?
Your friend Nico is back.
What's today? And she's looking at a calendar, and I thought he wasn't back for another week. Well, did
How
it
are you
go
holding
great?
it? I gave him pretty much the same speech as I gave you, and he just undoes his tie a little bit and undoes the top button. And this is the least formal you have seen him, as he just leans back in his chair, and his usual military gait softens as he just slumps down into the chair. He looks tired as he looks at your dad.
I'm assuming he gave you a better response.
I mean, I wasn't worried he was going to stab me.
When you worried I was.
Constantly.
Good. Keep you on your toes. Never let him guess your next move, right?
And how are you?
Great. Doing awesome. Excellent.
Might
Whatever
find you
other
a
positive
pain.
words.
Look, I might find you a pain in the ass, but you're also a friend's kid, so... Really? How are you?
Well, I'm not good. I'm not good at all. But that doesn't matter right now. How do you think that this coincidence feels? You know, with the sparrow's house and mine? Because you know it's not a coincidence.
You're the second person to say that to me today.
I'm assuming the first was Nico, since that's the only other person you told me to talk to.
You are correct.
Good
You're also
morning.
two very bright kids.
Don't put me on the same level as Nico. Don't let him know, but I actually think he's one of the smartest people. And it's annoying.
He nods. Well, he had a whole bunch of stuff to say about the Logans.
Really? Like what?
That they were involved.
Does he know that, or was he speculating?
Seemed fairly adamant.
Because Arla knows that she hasn't talked to Nico at all, but she also doesn't know if Nico has seen anybody before talking to Commander Decker for some reason.
It was because of the future version. I feel like she would know that, because she would know that the...
But she's
Yeah.
not sure if you know the information that she knows.
Got it.
I will say, as you say this, the heart monitor beside you begins to speed up. Can you make a move check for me, please?
Yeah.
Because we are about to activate our supernatural event.
Do I know how many successes I need? If I can.
You need one.
Hang on. Shoot. Okay, hang on. I can't make it with this. Hang on. Oh, wait, no, because I can't add any. No, wait, I can't add any. So that's a 0.
And as you roll a 0 on your body, and as your father's heart monitor begins to speed up, we're going to take a very quick break, though.
No.
Horrible.
Ah!
Having rolled a 0 on your body, out of the corner of your eye, you see a quick, sharp movement, and you are not able to bring your hand out the way in time as you feel a rough and yet very familiar hand upon your wrist as your dad just reaches out for you and grabs you.
Is he awake? Can I tell that? Or does it
He
seem...
is.
Oh.
He's awake.
I feel like with the sudden touch, she would stand up from that. Startling, very startled. And then looking down.
Darling,
Yeah. Are you okay? And she's moving closer. Do you need something? Can I get you something? Do you need any water?
What happened? Everything was so hot, and I couldn't breathe.
But you're breathing now. You're doing better, I think.
And he just reaches out for you again and just tries to grab your hand.
She allows it, and she grabs it back very gently because she's not sure how sensitive he is to any pain right now.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Are you? Are you doing all right?
And he just brings your hand in and just kisses you.
Dad, do you need me to go nurse? She says, kind of pulling away because it's not normal for her. And she doesn't know how to react to this. But then she stops halfway, just lets him continue to hold her hand. But it's a fight internally, like this is not okay or this is how it should be.
You watch as this man just kind of rocking backwards and forwards in his hospital bed, just kissing your hand and just stroking your palm. Commander Decker on the other side of the bed just stands and, I'll give you the room. And doing up his tie and his
Wait.
button,
Can you grab a nurse? I don't know if they need him awake for anything.
Of course. And he heads on out and you can just hear, nurse! As he heads on down the corridor. And you and your dad are left alone in the room.
She's gonna pull the chair up that she was sleeping in closer so that it's right next to him, but still with a good enough distance in between where she could sit back to take a breath. She can. Do you remember anything?
Is our home gone?
Yeah, it is. But we have a space at the king's house.
I don't know what I would have done if I'd lost you too.
I was fine. You were the one I was concerned about. Did you see anybody? Did anybody come to the house?
No, I woke up and my throat was burning and did you pull me out?
Yeah. And Artie helped too.
He just reaches out for your shoulder and just tries to pull you closer. He just wants to be close to you.
Yeah, she would probably resist for a moment and then just like allowing it and leaning in. Still scoot back a little too uncomfortably far from the bed, but trying to scoot up on her chair a bit. Still leaning onto the bed next to him. It's good to see you awake.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. It's kind of strange, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't been back to the house yet, so I don't know if anything's needed from us or if anything is left. But I can go look at that later. Because you need to stay in bed. I can.
No, when I'm out, well,
I don't know how long that's gonna be.
I
We
don't
have
want
to
you
probably
doing
get
that
this-
alone.
I'll have Artie with me, I'm sure. I can ask him.
I was in your mother's room.
It's your room too, Dad.
I know, but it hasn't been for a long time.
It's still your room. It was that entire time. Because in saying that, as if it wasn't still Tracy's room. Right? It's still your room.
Did I leave something on, like a candle or the stove, or
No, it
did I
wasn't.
burn our
No,
house
and she's standing up and kind of pressing down on it. It wasn't your fault. It's electrical, I think.
I'm
But
so thankful you weren't. Yeah.
I get you. Don't worry. You don't have to say anything else. And she's gonna stand up and kind of back away for a minute. I'm gonna go check to see if there's a nurse or doctor who needs you to be awake for something. And she's gonna start moving away from him. It's not a conversation she's ready for because she hasn't touched on any of this yet. And the moment just doesn't feel okay. And so she hurries to the door to open
As
it
you
up
do,
and
you
come
see a nurse approaching down the corridor, and you see Commander Decker, no longer imposing, just now sat in the waiting room. And as you open the door, you see him just sort of sit to attention a little bit more as the nurse comes to the door. And is he okay?
Yeah, he's awake. I don't know if y'all have seen him awake much yet. Is
No,
he
that's good. That's really good.
is he supposed to stay here much longer? Or when is it safe to take him out?
We'll run a couple of tests, but if he's doing okay, if his lungs have improved, then end of today, maybe.
Okay.
I can't promise anything, obviously. I'll need
No,
to
it's
talk
okay.
with him.
It doesn't need to be rushed. Can you not let anybody in this room when I'm not here?
Make a contact check for me. Or lead, whichever you'd rather.
That's a lot of zeros. Let's do this. Ugh. But can I get... Oh, hang on. Haha. I get 1 success.
Despite the fact that you are ultimately a child talking to an adult, they register the seriousness on your face and the tone of voice, and they just nod. Of course.
Thanks.
With that, she heads inside.
Like into the room?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. She's gonna turn back and just kind of... Is Commander Decker right there as well?
He's, sat in the waiting room, just looking on.
Okay. I gotta get to school, Dad. So I'll be back in a bit.
Have a good day, sweetie.
Yeah. Keep working on getting better, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And she would just throw her bag over her shoulder and walk out looking at Commander Decker. I gotta go to school, so he's all yours if you want to talk to him.
He'll be okay.
Yeah. He will be. And she just turns and walks away and doesn't make eye contact, kind of shuffling, looking at her feet as quickly just to get out of this area.
The sounds of the heart monitor and the sounds of the hospital begin to fade as you walk out through the reception, through the sliding double doors, and out into the chilly air of Eden Falls. Where are you headed?
What time is it right now?
Around an hour till school starts.
Okay. Darla would like to find a bike shop and use this credit card that she stole from Matson to, carry through with her promise of giving Amelia a bike.
Describe the bike. What kind of bike does Darla pick out?
I don't really know what kind of bikes they truly had in the 80s, so I can't remember. But I feel like it would be one that just matched her aesthetic properly. It just felt like one of those bikes where the ironing of it is more bubbly and a lot larger. Very, very British old bike kind of thing. She would make sure it had the basket on the front that really had some depth to it and was able to sustain a bunch of weight from all of the newspapers and whatnot else that she would be carrying inside there, as well as have a place, like a little basket in the back to hold her backpack in case, it got heavy and she didn't want to wear that anymore. And it would for sure have its own like little bell on it so that she could let people know whenever she's crossing the street, or hey, watch out, I'm biking here. So yeah. It would have nice reflectors everywhere and it would be green.
So I will say that with this bike, Amelia, once per session, you can use it in the same way as you would your chosen item.
Yes.
Which is to automatically succeed on a roll once per session, if it is bike related.
Yes.
Thank you,
my magic
Matson.
bike.
What happens when I swipe this card? Do I
What
have to
happens
sign
when
it
you
as
what?
when I swipe this credit card? Do I have to sign it as Matson?
Oh my God,
Look,
yeah.
I've never been a fan of finances in RPGs. We'll just say, it's fine.
Yeah. I feel like she would draw just the dumbest picture as a signature if she had to.
Like a backwards A and like an upside
yeah.
down T.
This checks.
Like
But-
an M is a W.
But as you head to Edenfall, through Eden Falls and to Jenkins High, and you are met with the sound of kids outside. Through the crowd, through the throng of students, eventually stood there with the bike, you see cresting over the hill Amelia, and pushing a wheelbarrow next to her. A figure that, were it not for Commander Decker, you would be surprised to see. You see Nico, the two of them approaching your school.
She would take one hand off of how she's been like using both of them to push and just kind of wave.
Is Drake dating that weird girl yet?
Lana, you mean?
Yeah, that one.
No. I don't, but she's trying really hard, though.
Is
Oh,
she nicer? Oh,
over here.
Hi.
Hey, I heard you got back.
I did. And then
Welcome
Amelia
back.
showed up and was like, and I was like, ah.
Just like that.
And then she said, and then I heard your house blew up.
Ah,
Yeah, it's wild.
yeah. So I heard you saw Commander Decker.
Yeah, the ball guy.
Yeah. He had said that you also insinuated that the Logans were behind this. How did you know that?
What?
Did they say something to you? Did you get a letter? Did you get a phone call? Was there like some email? Did somebody come to your camp? How do you know this?
What? I know, I was just guessing because they were responsible for future Nico doing all the weird stuff. So like if your house blew up, who would have the ability to make it look like an accident? And then also the Amadi person's house would also blow up because they were someone who was helping us, and then I'm pretty sure the Logans found out.
Okay. fair.
Stupid Stitch told someone else immediately after we talked about secrets.
Well, he figured it all out really fast, honestly.
No. I mean, the bald man told her.
Oh, well, he didn't actually. I just guessed.
And did he confirm it?
I don't remember actually.
Military
There's a
my
lot that
ass.
happened at the hospital.
Man got interrogated by a child. No offense. How's he a commander?
I
What?
don't
Wait,
think
do
everyone
you?
can reach on your level, you know?
I'm a teenager.
And just imagine, in
As
just
you say
5 years,
this-
I imagine you take over the whole system.
Possibly.
Behind you, you hear the heavy but very labored running sound of Drake as you come round the corner and you see the much smaller figures of Amelia and Darla, and in their midst, you see Nico.
That dude is still tall.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
you're
haven't
back.
been gone that long.
Do you think that he
Yeah.
grows shorter or something?
No, I just thought I would get taller in the span of a month. I can-
Oh, wait, Amelia. And she's shoving this bike at you. I got this
Uh,
for you
Oh
so
my...
that you have a bike.
Wait, how did you even get this one? I thought you were home.
It was a gift.
Oh my god, I can't take this from you. There's no way I deserve it. It looks brand
What did we
new.
just talk about?
Please
Just taking
take it.
things.
Right.
It's a
No.
gift from me. Look, I even have the receipt, and she's gonna show it to you.
Oh my god.
See, this one's not stolen. She's not telling you the full truth.
This is incredibly kind of you. Are you sure you don't need a bike?
I don't ever use much other than my 2 legs.
Nice.
Well, thank you. Honestly,
Yeah.
this will save me a lot. I mean, I still have to take the wheelbarrow home, but
Oh yeah. Where did you even get that? Who has a wheelbarrow just laying around?
That's what I'm saying.
oh god, garden, you have to move dirt or giant plants. It's a lot easier with a wheelbarrow.
Is it yours?
It's my pops. He does it.
Oh, the flowers. Yeah, her dad does a lot
Yeah.
of gardening, which is really
Yeah.
cool. Have y'all seen Artie yet?
You met her dad?
Yeah,
No, I just know a lot about Amelia.
that's true. We're friends. And she's
Well,
gonna
and because I
saddle
have
up
this
herself.
and she's digging in her bag, this actually survived, and it's that like lacy bookmark with the flowers in front of your house.
You kept it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if it was in my bag, it's what I have left.
Well, I'm glad it's one of your possessions still. I'll get you another one. I'll make you another. I'll get you at least 5 more. I could do that. Maybe tonight. I do have to finish that book report. But after that, then I will get you more bookmarks.
I don't need anything in return.
Can all of you see the future?
No. Wait, who told you?
Oh, I was catching him up. He was helping me
What?
carry the... Well, he did the wheelbarrow push thing. Less me. More him.
Also, Drake, you look exhausted. You
Huh?
just said a word. Are you like a zombie right now?
Yeah,
I can
it was a
tell.
long night.
What?
Did
Why?
you do it again?
No, I didn't.
Are you doing drugs?
Might as well.
Drake's doing drugs. When has he
I
ever
think
done
that'd be the
drugs?
better option.
No, I don't know what happened in a month. You can see the
No.
future.
Amelia
Mhm.
stayed over a little longer, and so then we talked for a bit, and then
Yeah.
she went home with Lana, and
Oh, wait, what?
I had Lana drive Amelia home because it was pretty late. So yeah, and then I couldn't sleep, so I'm a little tired.
I have no idea what to make of any of that, actually.
It's a lot,
Me
but it's
either, man.
not. It's just the neurocasters. You know those things that we were telling you about, the cool tech that everyone's been using now.
Uh-huh.
Drake has not just one, but 2 of them.
Well, why?
But that's what we're using to share. Drake, did you bring them?
Why do you? How did you get? Did you buy them?
Yeah, I bought them. I don't steal.
Look, I'm just.
It's
Were
cheaper.
they expensive?
They were very expensive. I had been saving up some money, so I just luckily I had some extra cash.
Can I ask another question?
Of course.
Do you know who manufactures them?
Yeah, it's Howdy Electronics.
Hmm.
You heard of them?
No. Do we know if they have a parent company?
That I do not know. I just know they're in San Francisco somewhere.
Companies have parents.
Yeah, they're like
Oh
little
my God.
children to these rich people.
Oh.
Okay, that's not.
Oh, they're
Oh.
wait. Companies are nepo babies.
Oh my God.
This doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. You're right. All right, cool. And pretty much everybody has these.
A lot of kids seem to, but
Wait, where did you buy
I think
yours?
most at the mall.
Is there a user agreement that it makes you acknowledge before you use these things?
It asks your settings.
It has settings and it has parental controls, but I don't think it asked for any user like agreement sort of
So-
thing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, it kind of
Well, I
asks
think-
if it wants to allow you to join your. I don't know.
Yeah, people
Training.
can't join into your world without your approval.
So I guess if you say yes or no, is that a user agreement?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
No.
What? What could possibly go wrong? We've already done it at this point.
Don't ask that question.
Yeah, once you do it, you can't go back. So
That's how
Yeah.
drugs work.
That's not
Drake.
true. That's also not true.
Is that how drugs work?
No, it's not.
no, you can stop drugs after you start.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So the user agreement thing was just like if there is hypothetically something that goes wrong, like you opting in for certain things and opting out for certain things, and then if this thing is toying into your, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad.
Sounds very
There's
bad.
nothing so far that says that they don't own your memories if you're using them in this thingy.
What would they use them for, though?
Mind
Every-
control.
If you have everyone's memories, then
As a
you
joke,
can
Amelia.
make
They can't.
you can
be
make anyone
held.
complicit. If let's say someone robbed a bank but they were never caught, but their memories show them robbing the bank, they could take that as, or they could sell that. They could sell your memories.
Luckily, I've never robbed a bank, so I think I'm okay on that one.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Or
I mean-
were you supposed to have robbed a bank at this point?
I mean, it would have helped with buying these things.
That's probably true.
You have a job.
You know, actually, this could be
Yeah,
good. Maybe then
but
they'll see
still.
it wasn't me that shot Amadi. Maybe I don't
mean,
want
you
that,
did
actually.
shoot other people. So.
They don't matter. I'll admit to those. They just have to ask.
You know what? Nothing's gonna go wrong. Nothing goes wrong at Eden Falls.
I lost my house 2 days
As
ago.
you say this,
Never.
the school bell rings.
Oh, okay.
Hey, where's June?
You see June just parking up her bike over by the racks, and you see her also talking to a very familiar, very young, frizzy-haired, red sort of hair sticking out everywhere, Michael, as he just presses his glasses up his nose, and the two are deep in conversation as they make their way up the stairs towards the entrance of the school.
Sure you don't want
Yes.
to teach? You can run him through some tough courses if you want.
Honestly, something for that kid. Feels very bold going to talk to June so much, doesn't he?
A little bit, but I mean, crushes are like that
Are they?
sometimes.
Fine. We'll talk to them after school, right? Surely
Yeah.
during class they can't get in too much trouble.
They could.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, nothing. I gotta get to class. See you
No.
guys at lunch.
Somebody tell me something. Really something.
As you all head off towards the entrance of the school, for the course of the rest of the day, what are you all doing? Nico, you find yourself sort of at a bit of a loose end. Like, a lot of the teachers seem quite surprised that you're back for the last 3 days, and you are inundated with questions as to where you've been, how camp has been, and sort of what you've learned. But also, around the school, you hear news that there will be a new sort of substitute teacher for science, as Mrs. Sparrow has left for the holidays early. So these last 3 days will be taught by someone else. But is there anything anyone is wanting to do specifically over the course of the day before the school day ends?
I'm gonna go to my roof
Okay.
and solemnly miss Mrs. Sparrow, but also check that envelope with my name on it.
As you stand up there and you admire the roofs of Eden Falls, views that you have enjoyed both alone and in the company of your science teacher, it feels quieter than it has before, especially because there's no longer the imminent danger of the fire escape opening and someone stepping out onto it. But as you take out the envelope and you read its contents, you see the following. Dear Drake, I am leaving Eden Falls. And when you are unsure of when paths will cross again, I feel it best not to leave things unsaid. You are an exceptional student, Drake. One of the kindest, quietest, yet ragingly intelligent young men I have had the pleasure of having in my class. Your desire to learn has inspired a desire to teach, and I cannot thank you enough for that pleasure. As I prepare to leave, I am brought to mind of Dickens. I know A Christmas Carol is the subject of your lessons with Miss Reynolds Jackson at the moment, so perhaps you are familiar with one of my favorite passages. Every traveler has a home of his own, and he learns to appreciate it the more from his wandering. My worldly belongings have gone up in flames, and it would be tempting to believe I have lost everything, but as I write this, I hear the steady beeping of my husband's heart monitor from the bed next to me. I hear my daughter asleep on my son's chest, and he is also well. I have everything I need. Life is only as full as you choose to make it. I have not left Eden Falls in a very long time, and I do not know when I shall be back. But what I do know is that while my family and I are gone, I shall miss my home. I shall miss Jenkins High and my work. And I shall miss my students. Have a Merry Christmas, Drake. And keep going. Fondest wishes, Eve. P.S. You are no doubt reading this in our secret place. Don't let Principal Hughes catch you there, because I cannot cover for you anymore.
That's unfair. Drake's just gonna look out over the town and then just quietly wish her safe travels. And you're right. You still have everything that matters. Gonna miss you.
Amelia, as you go about your day, is there anything you're wanting to do with it?
She's beginning to listen to Nico's ideas of trying to map everything out. She takes notes of key categories of people that she knows, right, that's involved, the Logans, her friends. She takes notes of locations that she's seen and is trying to figure out what to do next. Just kind of absent-mindedly going through and not actually paying attention to class, making her, for once, very absent-minded student.
I'll say, make an investigate check for me, and depending on how many successes you get, that will be the amount of questions you can ask me, and I will give you a truthful answer.
I would like to use some lux, or not lux, my bless.
Okay,
Blesses to
lovely.
increase that. How many will that take?
If you have
See.
4, you can
So-
get 3.
Yeah, let's use 4. Let's get 3.
3 successes. Okay. What questions would you like the answer to?
I think the first question is going to be, which comes first? Is it the black dome and then the giant metallic laid creature that it seems like it's originating from the loop?
I would say that, given the nature of your vision and
Mhm.
the immediacy of what happens on New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve rather, you get the sense that whatever causes that is instantaneous, originating from the loop itself. The other vision you saw through the door on the Logan estate, a vision of the future, of Eden Falls in ruins, and of this giant metal tripod monstrosity towering over it. Whenever that is, Eden Falls has been a ruin for, you would wager, as you cast your mind back, almost a decade. So whenever that is, it is far future. So you imagine whatever happens on New Year's Eve is what causes the destruction of Eden Falls. What comes after? Hard to say, but these events are spread far apart from one another.
Okay. She's starting to see more of the timeline of things and pacing them out. So the loop. Something's going on at the loop. And she'll write a small little note to each of her friends and fold it up in that cute little way that we do in high school, into tiny little envelopes, mentioning that we need to go to the loop, meet after school. And she'll try to pass those in between classes to each of them.
Okay.
Can I start one of these interactions where you're trying to hand her discreetly a note? She would actually grab you and pull you into the girls' restroom.
Oh,
Hey.
are we doing? Yeah. Oh,
Shh,
yes.
hang on. And she's going to push like anything that's in the bathroom that she could, like up against the door, and then going around and kicking down every stall door just to make sure nobody's in there before turning to her. We need to talk.
Is this girls' talk?
No.
Oh. Okay.
This
What is it?
I talked to Artie. What happened? You saw a door?
Oh, right. Yes, the door. So, you know
yeah,
that
the
whole
door.
little
You should have
vision
said this
thing?
earlier.
Well, I tried to. We didn't quite get to it in the vision because you had the fire flaming thing that was going on. But yeah, in the barn where we thought all of Nico's future Nico stuff was supposed to be gone, the door was actually there, and the door works. I don't know if they've gone through it though before.
What was inside of the door? Artie didn't see what you saw.
I know, which is really.
Were you sure it was
baffling
even
that I'm
active
here.
then?
Yes,
was
of
it
course
just-
it was active. No. I've seen this before. I don't know if you remember from the very beginning when I was in the cave with Lana. That sort of experience.
Yes.
Wonderful support that she was. I saw something in there. Well, I didn't quite see something, but it looked like a crack, essentially. But you could only ever see it out of the corner of your
A
eye.
fissure.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about. But this time,
Amelia, I
they
lived it with you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's gonna just flick your forehead.
Oh,
Hello?
let me just put it in my book. I'm losing my mind. Past and present and all of the future is just a mess for me. Anyway, they captured one of it in the door. That's what the door
one
does.
Of what in the door? Your
The
visions?
fissures.
The
It
fissures.
captures the fissures, and you can look through it and you can see the future.
And this is in
Maybe-
Nico's old shed.
Yes. Future Nico's old shed.
What is this note? And she's gonna open up this envelope in front of you that you just like folded up to her. Wait, why are we going to the loop?
Because I think that's where all the bad things are actually going to originate. Anything that I see in the future.
That's not false.
Yeah, right? So, but I don't know what we're looking for in the loop. So we kind of have to figure that part out before we just barge in there. But I think we
Wait,
need to
and
go
then she's
there.
gonna flip open her bag and show like, I still have this hazmat suit. So lucky of me that out of everything that I've lost in my house to survive. Woo. What am I supposed to do with this? Have you seen this anywhere?
No.
Because we still haven't figured out what to do with it, or why it
I
was
only
even
keep-
in. Huh?
I only keep getting small glimpses of things. What if we go back to the barn and we get to the door? Maybe I could see something more. Maybe we could peek our head through the doors.
Yeah, but does it even work?
There's only
Eli
one
set
way
off
to
that
find
EMP.
out.
It killed everything.
Maybe they'll bring it back. Or if we use that thing again, we could bring all the power back and maybe we can make it work just in that spot and we can see what's going to destroy all of Eden Falls so that way we can make sure that it doesn't happen. This is our
I don't
doorway.
know if that's something we should know, Amelia.
It'll just stay with us.
That
Listen,
doesn't mean that we don't know it anymore.
we know something.
And what are we expected to do?
Well, I don't have any other leads and I feel like I need to do something and I can't just not
Why?
do anything.
Why do you feel like you have to do something, Amelia? You've seen what putting ourselves in front of the Logans has done. Eli and I lost our homes.
I'm sorry.
Both of us almost losing our dads.
Right.
You almost lost your sister once. And if you keep messing with the Logans, they're going to come back. Right now, you're getting a great send off to Yale.
Listen, I'm sorry about your home. I don't know why the Logans gave me this and they They took everything from you.
Everything was already taken from me. This was just the last bit. So don't even worry about it. And she's kind of shoving back down this hazmat suit.
Dala, that's awful.
Yeah, it is, Amelia. It is. What am I gonna do about it? Cry in my room?
Well, I do that sometimes, and it does make me feel a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But what would you do in my spot then?
Stop.
Just
You're not protecting your family this way. And it's not like you.
But what about the town?
How are you going to stop that? Even if it isn't real or is real. You can't change that. Didn't we just go through this as well? Things will carry out the way they're going to carry out regardless. And I don't think that trying to figure out how to stop it is going to change anything. I think we need to figure out how to help our families. I think the Sparrows did it right. They got out of here.
I thought maybe I could help, though. Maybe you're right. And Amelia will slowly kind of close her notes. All those random jotting downs and plans, and even the rest of the notes that she was going to hand out to the rest of the group. You kind of see her begin to tear them up and throw them away. I guess I just thought maybe we could handle this. I guess I kind of like this town.
I like it too. But I don't know what 5 kids can do. And I'm not saying I won't help you. I will. I truly don't have much left to lose. But you do, and I need you to remember that. I don't want you to lose your family. Yeah. And she's gonna brush past you and move whatever stuff she put in front of the door. You can go, Lau. Just wanted to talk, she says, just readjusting herself and holding open the door.
In a very awkward sense, you can see Amelia struggle for a moment, like looking at her notes, slowly then putting it back in her bag, looking at you. There's a slight hesitation, and she's kind of trembling all over. You get the sense that she wants to hug you, but she's scared to reach out. She kind of fidgets with her fingers, looking at you.
She lets the door fall, and I think noticing this because she had just done it in the hospital to Miss Sparrow. It's like where it's that apparent nerves kind of betraying you and what you're trying to give off. And she would just walk over and wrap her arms around you. It's okay. And it will be okay. You have a letter to Yale, she says, kind of like rubbing your back. And I think that's a good start. Now let's see if we can make that come true too.
And you just hear sniffling from Amelia.
Oh, don't get it in my hair.
It's not in it. It's just, you're so nice to me, and I don't know why. You should not be the one comforting me. You're the one who lost your home and everything, and here you are, helping to protect me, and I've got visions or things, and you would think with any of this I'd have any degree of agency.
Still
but I
in
just
this
feel
hug,
so...
she's gonna lift her hand from your back and like pat your head. It's a good brain.
How are you so brave?
And she pulls
in all
away.
this? Don't
I'm not.
understand.
I just don't show emotion much, she says, now going toward the door. Anyway, you're gonna be late to your next class. But we should go to the loop. Or to Nico's shed, but we'll let the group decide.
You know, you deserve better. Almost in a bit of pouty way, Amelia just looks at you.
You're getting real sappy, and I don't like it, she says. Pushing
Fine.
you out the door now. Go to class.
Right. Wretched class. Ugh.
That's why I don't go.
As the door shuts behind you, Amelia, you have 2 more successes, so I'll let you think about how you want to use those. But in the meantime, Nico, what are you doing with your day, and is there anything that you want to be doing?
Just kind of happy to be back at school. I want to find Lana.
Okay. So, sort of fairly scarce for the first half of the day, but as lunchtime approaches and you walk past the still sort of mostly hidden under scaffolding, you see the large stadium that you and your friends closed a literal tear in space-time down the center of. But
Wow.
you see that just outside of this there is what looks to be an impromptu sort of sports green that has been formed, and you see a number of individuals sort of running around passing balls, and you can see that in amongst them Lana is there, sort of stretching and jogging on the spot, and you can see she has leg warmers on and gloves, and she's sort of doing squats and just jogging on the spot.
Making notes. Don't worry about why that's important. Hi, Lana.
Oh my god, weird kid. Hi. You're
Yeah.
back. I thought you
Yeah.
were gone or whatever.
Yeah, some people try to better themselves on breaks. That was for the weird kid comment.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I am trying to. Hi, can I help?
Yeah, how are you doing?
And she looks around, and you can see that a couple of friends stood nearby are whispering amongst one another, and
I can notice that
I'm
they're
very.
whispering.
Make a comprehend check for me.
Okay. Wish Ed had just said yes. Okay. Ugh.
Do you
I
still have
think
your
I
curse,
a
too?
curse. Yeah.
Yeah. I think yours is the last one.
Thanks, Sam.
Hey, baby, I have been cursed this entire season. It's been
That's
bad.
That's because of who your character is as a person.
She's great.
Hold on. I think I have 2 blesses.
Yeah, because you ended up getting quite a bit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use
Earlier.
2 blesses to turn that into 2 successes, but then I lose 1 because of the curse.
Okay. So I will say that you don't necessarily hear what they're whispering, but with your success, you see Lana kind of clock them.
Yeah.
And there is a moment where she looks between them and you,
Ooh,
and back to them.
easy. Nico looks over. Look, just because your friend is most likely going to be up for valedictorian because she's actually been taking after-school classes doesn't mean you have to whisper about it. So when she goes to successful college, maybe don't be weird about it.
They
Anyways,
just kind
Lana,
of.
thank you for the advice that you were giving me the other day. It genuinely made a difference. Just because I'm book smart doesn't mean I know how to work with people too. And I'm really grateful for that. And he like winks.
Oh my god. Oh, you're so welcome. you're so well. Nico, I would love to talk more if you have a moment now.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be great. You've given me great advice every other time.
Oh my god, obviously. Okay, bye girls. And she just sort of walks over to you, and that was really surprisingly cool of you.
Yeah. I'm trying to be nicer to people because I realize that friendship isn't a currency, it's a privilege.
Yeah, me too, weirdly.
Yeah. I was just worried about you. I know that everyone else has each other, but I didn't feel like you had enough people who sincerely asked how you were doing.
Yeah, I mean, and she sits down on one of the nearby bleachers. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm fine, or whatever. But yeah, how are you?
I think I'm pretty good. Came back and I saw like Drake and Darla and Amelia, and they're excited, and they've been like, did you put on one of those headset things too? The neural number?
Oh no, I'm not a nerd. No. No.
I genuinely respect that so much.
Oh,
Piece
good, because I
of
thought you'd be
advice.
all over them.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't trust those things. If something goes into your brain and then it shares it online and there's no agreement. So, okay, so Lana, you know how like there's like rules that say you can and can't do something, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, these people put on helmets and there were no rules of what it can and can't do.
Oh, that seems super dumb.
Oh my God, yes, thank you.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, yeah, no, yay. Oh, go us, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank God. Yeah, but it's been, I don't know. I went to a nerd camp, and that was weirdly fun. And I don't know. I just came back, and to be honest, I expected everything to be on fire when I got back. So the fact that like only a couple houses blew up, apparently, as weird as it is for Eden Falls, that feels better.
Yeah, and I swear to God, I will kill you if you tell her I
Yep.
asked, but is your friend, is Darla okay or whatever? I heard her dad was in hospital.
I
So
think she is okay because I saw her earlier, and if she wasn't okay, she would have done that face where it looks like she's spending so much effort to frown down. But she was like, "Ugh, you guys are stupid," or something. I don't know.
Mm.
With like less words.
Yeah, that sounds like her, I guess. Why are you being so like nice? I know you said you were trying, but
Hmm?
like,
Because when we needed you, you showed up. When we didn't have a car, we couldn't get somewhere, we needed to get somewhere, you showed up. Thing is, you could have said no, but you didn't.
ever since my best friend left in March, I haven't really had many people. So you're welcome.
Yeah. He doesn't like full on hug, but like leans over. Well, you've got people if you really need it. And
Mhm.
you don't have to say it in person. I know that you know this, but I'm just going to say it out loud. I promise I'm not hitting on you. But
Oh no, obviously. Ugh.
yeah, out of my league. My God.
Yeah,
Um,
no. Ugh.
Okay, didn't have to say ew, but whatever.
Well, no, it's just you're kind of, you're a bit shorter than I am, and I don't know. I never mind. You were saying a nice thing. Go.
Ugh, short king. If you ever decide that there's too much going on, my parents say that people can just come over and spend time with us, and they don't have to talk about why they're here. But they can just come over. If you don't want to have dinner and have to talk about stressy stuff, or you just don't want to be alone, even if you just want to not be alone but you don't want to talk, you don't have to call or anything. You can just show up. That's what friends do. And you don't have to think that we're friends, but I feel like we're friends. And that's enough for me.
Well, if you wanted to like, I don't know, go for like hot chocolate and go ice skating or
Yeah.
something, that they've set up the rink. If you wanted to, like I could wrap up, like really wrap my scarf around my face. So yeah, no, we could, that'd be,
Yeah.
yes, that would
That
be
sounds
really nice.
awesome. All right. Well then I'll bug you about it one of the days soon. And if you never need it, but if you ever want to show off in front of your friends, I'll totally make up some nerd stuff that I'm grateful for you teaching me. And then I'll also say like, thanks for teaching me how to do my nails or something. And then you'll just like blow their minds.
You're a lot cooler than I thought you were.
That's the secret. If you don't think I'm cool, then you don't get the privilege of it.
She just smiles and... Okay, well, I've got to get back to
Yep.
practice, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was actually really nice. Thank you for
Yeah.
asking. Yeah.
That's what friends are for. Bye, Lana. And then he just like
Bye.
runs off.
She just waves after you, and
What a
if
weird girl.
you- as you head on back to the school, Amelia, 2 more successes. Is there anything you want to do with them?
Can I keep saving them for a moment?
You can, absolutely.
cool.
Tell you what, I will
Yes.
say that if you're doing any future investigate rolls, you
Mhm.
can allocate those successes towards those investigate rolls. So
Alright,
you have
I'm
2
gonna-
in your pocket.
Yes, just because right now she's kind of putting on hold thinking about it, as now she's more concerned about the safety of her family.
And Dala, finally, before the school day comes to an end, is there anything that you would like to do?
No, she would just be here waiting around school the way she usually does, but not even this time specifically, just not going to classes, but more so running through her head, including the conversation that she had had with Amelia, and over and over, like, why did I react like that? Because it's not normal for her. But yeah, I'm sitting outside, probably in an open area where there's tables, and just waiting for the end of the school bell to ring so that she can be reunited with all of her friends.
As you sit there, it is in the middle of class. Students are in their classrooms and no one is about. You hear footsteps coming towards you, and looking up, you see your principal, Principal Hughes, just walking across towards you. And while his appearance would usually trigger some kind of fight or flight response, you can see that his expression is neither stern nor hardened. But as he approaches, he just looks at you. You skipping classes again?
Yep. You gonna be the 500th person to say how sorry you are that I lost my house?
Well, I was going to tell you that I know we've never really been on the same page about, well, pretty much everything, but for as much as you have cost the school quite a lot with property damage and vandalism, and
I can pay for it. She's thinking about the credit card she has. If you need me to.
what I mean to say is I am still your teacher.
What do you want?
Just to let you know that my office door is open if you do want to talk, and if you don't, that is also okay. Our conversations in the past have never been very pleasant anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just putting it out there, just in case.
Thank you. She half means it. Like, he could tell that it's not what she wants to say, but she kind of means it too.
Right. I will continue my walk around, but just so you know, if I catch you outside of class again, it's another detention. You know that.
Can't wait. Rack 'em up. I've got at least a calendar year worth now.
Yep. Have a good one, Miss Oakes.
I always do. And she kind of slides off of her elbows and like her arms go completely flat across the table and her chin is on the table. She's just kind of laying there, waiting for her time to pass.
You wait. And in time, the final bell rings, and you see coming out of the school hordes of children running out to enjoy the increasingly fading light of the day ahead. And eventually, the rest of you find yourselves moving out of the school as well. And if you were to look for her, you would see Darla sat on one of the outside tables.
Still very still, just laying there.
She's not moved at all.
She may actually be asleep. Go more sleep.
Drake probably should have done that. He needs to catch up on sleep too.
True.
I would like
Did
to
I
do.
ever get?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I was gonna say, did I ever get one of your envelopes, or am I out of the loop after Darla ransacked you?
I think after Darla, I ended up destroying all the envelopes.
Cool. Then I have no idea what's going on.
Yep. I would like to do a quick glance to make sure June isn't leaving school with Michael. I'm now on this whole family protective mind approach, and I'm scanning the crowds real quick just to see, like, where is she? Who's she going?
Make a
home with?
comprehend check.
Yeah.
Or investigate, whichever you would rather. You could use your successes on this if you would like.
I'm gonna save those. That seems like it should be saved for the actual mission. One success.
You see your sister, and you see that on the other side of the crowd, she is already making her way off onto the adjacent street, and you can see that walking side by side with her, a little red-haired boy with glasses walks.
She's gonna go over to the picnic table where Darla is, and hopefully the rest. Is everybody else gathering over at the picnic table?
Yeah, a lot over there.
Okay, good. Glad everyone's here. Let's go and walk my sister home and help me with the wheelbarrow real quick. Thank you, everyone. Yes, okay.
Darla's snoring.
Stop, wake up.
Do you like wake her up?
Yeah, I'm like kind of
You
almost
roll her.
a little more like intently than like you see like you get like a firm grip on your arm.
Hey.
Okay, I'll grab the
June.
wheelbarrow.
Walking home with a boy. No, because I need actually yes.
I walk home with one
Yes.
every day. It's not bad. She
The-
says, looking at Artie.
Different. It's different.
Is it?
Kind of. Drake, can you actually not only just take the wheelbarrow, but can you use it to walk in between the two of them?
Sure.
Thank you. She'll like it anyway. Don't worry.
Okay.
She's gonna
Also,
grab-
as Artie approaches, he sees you, Nico, and just rushes towards you and just, oh my god, Nico, hey,
Buddy, hi. How you doing?
Hugs, we doing hugs?
Sure,
We
go
okay for
ahead.
hugs?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good to see you. How? Oh my god, you're gonna have to tell me all about camp and.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna
Okay.
go into it. He's just like he's just spouting out nerdy nonsense, just like kinetic energy, potential energy, hydraulics, momentum. It's just, this man is basically speaking in like ASCII. Like it's ridiculous.
Darla, in the entire time that you and Artie have been in this sort of what are you kind of, regardless, the last month,
Won't we?
Artie has never been less interested in your presence, as he is immediately just descending into this kinship, this science talk with this man who has been gone for a month. As all of you begin to encroach upon June and Michael, and as the wheelbarrow moves in between them, June just looks up and, hi Drake.
Hey, June. Your sister wants me to take this wheelbarrow home. You want to ride?
Oh, well, I've got my bike, but, Michael?
No. I'll carry your bike. Don't worry.
Okay. Michael, do you want to get into the wheelbarrow as well? Yes, I would. That would be really super cool, actually.
Sorry, Michael. I don't think I can push 2 kids, but one should be good. I'll get you on the way back.
Oh, okay, Teach. That's okay.
Ready? Here we go. And then I'll just start charging ahead and
Okay. By June.
Well, we'll see you later, Michael. Kind of coldly, Amelia just stares at him, waiting for him to walk away.
Oh.
Michael, make sure you practice.
Yeah, no, I will. I've been practicing my throat real hard. Okay. Bye. And he just takes his books under one arm and just starts down the street away from you. But eventually returning June to your house, Amelia, and leaving behind the crowds of Jenkins High, as you drop your sister off, are there any conversations that you are having along the way, or any decisions that you are making?
We should go to the Hawk Cave.
Oh,
she's not even asking. She's just bringing it up.
I think that's a good idea. Plus, we could leave the little remote thing there. Me carrying around all this time feels really dangerous.
Where did that come from?
You've had it this whole time? Eli gave it to you? When were you going to say something? You brought that to school?
Well, what was I supposed to do? Leave it in my bedroom? My door doesn't even
probably.
lock.
Oh.
As they're saying this,
Artie doesn't lock either.
Artie turns to you, Nico, and filling you in. It's just Amadi gave it to Eli gave it to them. It's a whole thing. It's really cool though. I'll show you later on.
It controls power. It's a power source.
Speaking of power source, Artie, Amelia filled me in on the door that is in, and then she looks at Nico, your older Nico's old barn room. Because all this stuff is still there. So there's something cool either at the Logans or... Amelia and I had a conversation earlier. Either we can go to the Loop or we can go to the Logans, or we can split up or we can do neither.
Right.
Why
Welcome
are
back,
we doing
Nico.
that?
To save Eden Falls. She's kind of side-eyeing Amelia. Not in a mean way, just in is that what you meant?
So
but what's the danger?
Well,
Exhibit A, and she's just kind of opening her arms.
You?
No, this is all that I have left.
Right.
Yes, the crime that blew up your house is horrible, and that is going to happen to all of Eden Falls.
Maybe.
Potentially. Yes, is the idea. In the future. Maybe by New Year's.
And that's going to happen by...
Use the Neurocasters.
No.
You can see this.
No. If you could describe it, though, that would be wonderful.
I can't, because I didn't see it either.
It's... Well...
But I thought the Neurocaster showed you your memories.
Well, kind of memories. The memories of things that I've seen from the future. So they're not memories of things that have happened in real life for me yet.
Are we trying to prevent something that we don't know how it's caused?
Yes.
Shouldn't we figure out how it's caused first?
Well, that's what I was doing. And then I guess the idea was maybe I just let it happen and I go off to Yale and not worry about it.
I mean, it could still happen if you were at Yale and you just wouldn't be there.
Right.
That I don't assume that you're the catalyst, unless you are. That's okay, I guess.
Well, we just really don't know. And
Also, if we go to the Logans, is that a possibility that we're going to go through a door that goes through time?
Well, that was
I
the
have a
initial
hazmat
thought.
suit. And she's showing Nico the old hazmat suit that she found
oh my
buried.
god. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've
You
been
know where
kind
it?
of having... second thoughts about
Thank
all
you.
of this. You'll put on a hazmat suit from God knows when, but you won't put on the neurocaster. Kind of in a shocked response.
No, he
To
said
who?
no.
I said no as hell.
Okay.
Also, I
Okay.
know where the hazmat suit came from.
Where?
Different dimension.
Well, that's vague. In different dimension. You don't know who's been wearing that or what it's been exposed to. All that we know is that it was originally buried underneath Drake's secret house, which he also has a secret house now. I don't know if
What?
you know that.
Wait, whoa. You
Mhm.
got a hazmat suit from underneath a secret house that Drake has?
Yes.
That hazmat suit is not from where I thought it was. No, I'm sure as hell not putting that on.
There's a lot of different things happening, but we don't really know anything of where it connects.
What if we use hypnotism?
I'm sorry, what?
What if we use hypnotism?
Wait, can we? I left Matson in the forest.
What?
What?
What's that? Who is that?
Hey, Robert Logan's right-hand man that was released from jail.
Oh my
And
The one Eli
Eli-
kidnapped.
he didn't kidnap him. He just took a man.
Who is Eli?
I'm sorry, is that what
Sparrow.
man napping then?
Mrs. Sparrow's son. He was a part
Oh.
of March stuff with me.
Oh.
Other person who lost their house because of their involvement.
Why did you kidnap a man?
I didn't. Eli took a man.
Did you go?
No, I shot him. We should go to
shot
the
him?
hot cave.
You shot him with what?
I didn't. Well, not this time.
What happened?
A lot.
You said hot cave. Why you say hot cave again?
Because the Logans can see us. There's cameras everywhere.
That is not a good correlation.
I'm trying to tell you things that I don't want to tell you out here in public.
Oh. So you want to go
Because
to
the Logans have eyes everywhere.
Then why have you all been saying the name of it so much?
Hot cave? They're not gonna know where that is. Were you gonna put that
Yeah.
in a map search? Here, already pull out your map. Find hot cave. It doesn't exist.
As far as they know.
I think what Nico is worried about is that we've been saying it a lot, and we're going to go to a water tower and just kind of disappear for a couple
Nobody
of
said
hours?
water tower.
Right.
Artie.
Way to go. Well, now that's blown.
How much of my stuff have you
What?
used?
A few things.
Did you clean any of it with Prince? Like, did you wipe it down?
About that. What if
How
we
much
said
of it
no?
How much of it has made it back?
I left the crossbow
I mean,
near Matson, which I probably should go get anyway.
You took the crossbow?
I didn't. It fell. It's like it was fate.
Then you put
Destiny.
it back on the shelf.
Yeah. Sorry, I was busy with a man that was taken that I couldn't do anything with, so I sat it
You
down.
got a crossbow?
But at least I got this gun, and she pulls out this revolver.
What the heck?
I
It
got
was
this
one
to be
from
fair, it's a
Magnus.
very nice revolver.
It was 1 month.
I got it from
I went to-
Magnus.
I went to camp. I swam in a pool.
Welcome back.
Anyway, I'll go grab your crossbow,
Mm-hmm.
and we can meet at a place that we haven't said 50,000 times already.
Right.
It doesn't matter. We can just go there if they already know it exists. Look, I was on good terms with the Logans. We were fine.
You still could be.
That's true. I mean, they gave me a trip to Yale. They gave Drake's father a job. You could get something positive or awful.
Okay, let's just. All right, let's just go to the hot cave, and then I need to change the locks, and we'll just sort this out.
Yep.
We'll just sort
Mhm.
this out.
Mhm.
We'll just sort this out.
Yep, and I will meet y'all there. Starla's gonna go grab the crossbow and check real quick if Matson's there.
Wait, I'll go
As-
with you. You might give me answers.
Have you even met him yet?
No. Should I
Okay.
wear a mask?
As
Sure.
as Amelia and Darla just backtrack, and Nico and a very tired Drake is still with a wheelbarrow? Or
Yeah, I was in front of everybody just pushing June, so I wasn't hearing any of this except for like
No, we
loud
dropped
noise
June
behind
off
me.
already.
Uh,
Did you take the wheelbarrow
Okay.
with you?
no, I left the wheelbarrow.
okay.
This is
So
my
as-
wheelbarrow now.
Yeah,
As
wheelbarrow man.
Nico just whispers again and again how this is all going to be fine, how it will all be okay, Amelia and Darla heading back to the place where you last left a very beaten up looking Matson tied up against a nearby tree.
She would be telling Amelia this. I didn't beat him up. I promise. The broken nose is because of Eli. I could have done stuff I didn't do to him.
Okay. No, of course. I'm gonna definitely believe everything.
You come round the corner. You see the clearing where you left him. You see the broken ropes on the ground. And you see no sign of the crossbow.
No.
And that is where we're going.
No! Ooh.
One more thing. Go.
No, because it's going to be something that we need for the next time. I will hold it.
Okay.
No, the cliffhanger.
Okay.
Double cliffhanger.
Okay. Well, in that case, as you cross around the corner, Matson is gone, as is Nico's crossbow. And somewhere out there, Matson is free. And he is very, very angry.
That's fair.
And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
He did get
Oh.
shot in the leg, so
That was the first
Yeah.
time. The second time was Magnus.
This is not gonna go well for us.
There is too much shooting in this series.
yeah. What the hell is up with y'all?
Mean.
What is this
It's
violence?
Listen, I ain't shot no one.
Twice is a
still.
lot.
Hey,
Darla
Yeah.
and Artie,
hey.
they're perfect.
Out of
for each
21 sessions so far, and I've only shot twice, you're lucky.
other. Artie shot someone's dad, so. Or
So
Arthur.
lucky.
Well, to be fair, that was Ed. Ed's in charge
That
of
was a
that one.
supernatural event, I think. So I'm going to blame that squarely on chat, I think.
Mhm.
But
Chat,
yeah,
you
that's
shot someone.
this week.
Drama.
Wow, welcome back to Nico. Wow.
What the
Yeah.
hell happened? Nico came back well adjusted, and y'all are just a mess.
You got smarter
you're
for
gonna have
us.
to
We're
do
gonna
some
need you.
healing for us.
Yeah.
It's been a rough month.